Alright guys, in this video we're going to talk about when to use when statements and when to use if statements. And the first kind of general rule is that if statements are usually the common choice, because in if statements we can actually have arbitrary conditions. So we can write whatever we want inside these parentheses and it's going to execute whatever code we write into the curly braces. So let's assume we have a user object, for example. So we could check something like user.isLoggedIn or any other kind of condition. So we are not limited to just checking for equality or something like this. A when statement, on the other hand, can always be replaced by an if statement. So I could also check if mode equals 1, if mode equals 2, or if mode equals 3, and so on. But in these kinds of cases, it's usually better to use a when statement, because the when statement expresses that we are basically switching execution behavior based on a variable that is inside these parentheses. So that's why I chose to call this value we saw earlier a mode. So we have a finite set of modes and we just switch behavior based on which mode we're in. This would be a common case to use a when statement. Now we can also create somewhat more complex when statement, but this is the general rule. So whenever you want to define different behavior based on a finite set of different values that a variable can contain, then a when statement is the better choice. But remember that we can always use an if statement instead, because if statements are more powerful basically. So whatever I can express with a when statement, I can also express using an if statement, but not the other way around. Alright, so that's all I have to say about this topic. So this is just a very brief lecture and I'll see you in the next one.